But in any event, since this tragic event has occurred, and I want to apologize. I think my client's going to address this with you as well, with Ms. Ruth. She's really sustained some significant injuries, and I hope and I pray that she will overcome them, and I hope she gets a semblance of her life back. I genuinely do. But from reading the report, I mean, she's had some very significant injuries that she's had to have some very serious medical interventions to help her overcome, at least to try to get back to ground zero. And I don't believe she's there as of yet. And he's been seeing a counselor since this has occurred in July of 2024. And it was on the weekend of July 4th. This has occurred. I'm not trying to make any excuses for my client, but just the report. The report, they wanted to keep working and do all that. We certainly understand. We're not saying before you as to be so foolish to believe that no incarceration is the line. Certainly it is. And I was even going to ask you, Your Honor, to consider a longer probationary term so that the court can be assured that, first of all, you can have more control over my client and make sure that he's true to the words that I think he's going to speak to you about here today.
Mr. Gagnon, what would you like to say?
Thank you, Your Honor. And first, I'd like to apologize to the court.
Well, I'm going to stop. You never have to apologize to the court. This is our job. If there's anyone to apologize to, it's anyone who may have been affected by your behavior.
I prepared a couple of pieces here. On Saturday, I'll be celebrating 21 months of sobriety. Usually at my AA meetings, they ask whenever anybody's celebrating some kind of milestone, they ask, how did you do it? I have to I usually say acceptance. I've accepted that, as Mr. Farrell stated, I'm completely powerless over alcohol, and at the time my life had definitely become unmanageable. But most importantly, I accepted help. I understand now that asking for help takes courage, which is something I lacked almost 2 years ago, and I viewed vulnerability as a weakness. So, Mr. Farrell already touched on some of these things, but a quick summary of what I've done over the last 21 months. I've successfully completed almost 2,200 SoberLink tests 4 times a day with 100% compliance. I attend AA meetings at least 3 times a week, either through Zoom on my way home with the Washington Alamo Club. Many people in this report actually wrote me a letter of recommendation. It was weekly for the first few months, and I continue to see him bi-weekly. I don't know if I'll ever stop seeing him. I completed an intensive 12-week recovery program called Design for Living. I've attended March Roundup meetings for Alcoholics Anonymous. And as I've stated, I've obtained several letters of character reference from other alcoholics that are in the AA. So I understand the impact of my past decisions and actions. I've gone through extreme lengths to protect my sobriety and built a great and supportive network. And I truly enjoy it. It is inspiring to be inspirational. It is motivating to be motivational. I share every single meeting, no matter what, because I know somebody else out there needs to hear my experience, strength, and hope. I have some more written down here, but I don't want to take too much time. I did prepare, Your Honor, a letter for the victim here that I'd like to give to either Mr. Rogowski or yourself. It's stamped. I just need her address, or the court can fill out her address and I'll deliver it to her. But I felt it appropriate to read some of the things in here that I wrote to her, as it kind of just sums up where I'm at. So, Dear Mrs. Ruth, I'm writing this letter with my deepest and most sincere apologies. The actions displayed were reckless, immature, and selfish. I struggle thinking about the fact that those actions almost led to one of God's ultimate sacrifices, and I am ashamed. The person I was that day is not who I am, nor who I choose to be moving forward. I think about you, Mrs. Ruth, in the accident every single day, and I would do anything to take it all back. To drink is to die for me. I know that today. I have a new life today thanks to my program of recovery and devoted to helping other alcoholics achieve the same thing. Not everyone gets a second chance like I have, and I know there's hundreds of thousands of other people out there suffering that I need help. That's the last paragraph. I read the notes from your victim impact statement and felt moved. I want to make the same promises to you as I did God, myself, and the loved ones around me. I promise to make sobriety my top priority. I promise to never hurt anyone else again due to my drinking. And I promise to keep you in my thoughts and prayers. I pray that you continue to heal and that this letter helps you find some kind of peace and serenity through all of this.
And at the time of this pre-sentence, 31 years of age. His blood alcohol was, and it was whole blood versus serum. That was another one of the issues.
Yes, sir.
And they calculated blood to be around a 0.15 at the low end.
Yes, sir.
And here we have a traffic crash, and Mr. Gagnon, Mr. Farrow brings up religion, brings up sermons and all that, and the sermon from the court is simply this: you could have killed someone that day. Thank God you did. But I can see you understand that, because as I understand it, you were injured in some shape or form as well, but again, you know you had no business being behind the wheel, period. I don't care if it's July 4, I don't care if it's January 4, it doesn't make a difference. And with someone with that educational background, wherever you may go to school, or even if you didn't go to college, but you have a good job or you work hard and you do the best you can, you know better than this. And as I stated before, thank God no one died. Now, the court, when the court meets with attorneys and we discuss these matters, obviously everything is brought out on the record and we discuss this, and it is my understanding that it appeared that the victim in this case had no objection to you going through sobriety court. You talk about a victim who, though injured, saw another side of this. And that means a lot to this court. But to be frank and honest with you, the court had discussions with both attorneys, and the court said no. And the reason the court said no is because we have injuries here, and they have to be addressed. And they are being addressed. It will be the sentence of this court, considering all the factors. And the court is also considering the fact, the sobriety. The court is considering everything that's going on from the date of the incident moving forward. It will be the sentence of this court that can be placed on a term of probation for 5 years, the maximum the court can give. The guideline range is at low end 7, high of 23. Nor the same type of interaction with anyone that's engaging in behavior that constitutes a violation of any criminal law of any unit of government. As a felon now, as a convicted felon, you must not possess any object as a weapon, or own, use, or have under your control or area of control a weapon of any type. Not even an imitation weapon can you possess. You can't be around anyone that possesses those items. And no objection to work release, because you shall serve 365 days in the county jail, credit for 1 day previously served. I have no objection. The court is in receipt of a letter that was provided this morning from Major Jason Gould, G-O-U-L-D, of the Office of the Genesee County Sheriff, where it reads, pursuant to the upcoming sentencing of Mr. Gagnon, the Office of the Genesee County Sheriff is willing to accommodate any sentence imposed on him being served at the Genesee County Jail. So however you wish to set that up, that's fine, but you will be remanded to the custody of the sheriff today. 6 points is placed upon your master driving record. Secretary of State will take appropriate license sanctions. And I have to warn you, Mr. Jackson, you come before the court on any probation violation over the next 5 years, you're going to prison. Do you understand, sir?
Yes, sir.
Now, I say that, but with the understanding that since this incident and all the treatment you've done and the alcohol sensor devices that were placed upon you, there's not even been a blip on the radar screen. That needs to continue not only 5 years from now, but the rest of your life. Because if it doesn't, something could happen, and it could be much worse. It's bad enough now. You're taking it seriously, and you better take it seriously the rest of your life, sir. It's my duty to inform you of the right to seek leave to appeal. If you're financially able to provide counsel of your own choice, counsel, you're remanded in custody of the sheriff. And actually, Mr. Farrell, I'm going to give you this letter back. Lieutenant